This week's episode is sponsored by Talkspace. I love Talkspace because online therapy has been incredibly beneficial to my mental health, and I believe it could be the same for you. When it comes to therapy and psychiatry, getting the help you need has never been so simple. When you're able to access a provider from the comfort of your device at any time, it means mental health care can be on your schedule, alleviating the wait times to get an appointment or the travel time to an office. Free up some time. Take a break. Get a cupcake. Talkspace is so convenient and accessible. It helps me feel supported around the clock. Talkspace lets you send messages to your dedicated therapist in the Talkspace platform, which allows you to update them on any challenges or triumphs you're facing in real time, so you don't have to wait for your next session. With Talkspace, you set goals with your therapist and they hold you accountable. Trust and believe they will hold you accountable. They make sure you are progressing. Therapy can help you shift your perspective. It sure has helped me shift mine. Thank you, Jesus. Find tools to cope in difficult times and be a guiding light. As a listener of Unfazed and Unbothered, you'll get $100 off your first month with Talkspace. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com. Make sure to use code Unfazed to get $100 off your first month and to show your support to the show. That's Unfazed at Talkspace.com. This week's episode is sponsored by Chime. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Is it check your credit score? Didn't think so. At Chime, that's exactly what they do. With their secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, you can start to build credit with your own money, which is so cute and gorgeous because I did not have credit. But now I'm starting to build my own credit. Thank you, Chime. Chime reports your payments to credit bureaus to help you build credit over time. Members see an increase of 30 points on average. All of this with no annual fees, large security deposits, or credit checks to apply. Start your credit journey with Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/unfazed. That's chime.com/unfazed. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank, N.A., pursuant to a license from Visa USA. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Regular on-time payment history can have a positive effect on your credit score. Impact score may vary and some user scores may not improve. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven or at any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. Howdy fucking doodah! Welcome back to another episode of Unfazed and Unbothered, the podcast where we rant, rave, and ramble about literally any and everything. I am your host, Camo, and I have a lot to say. Yeah, the infamous words of my 8th grade self. I'm realizing that I talk a lot. I mean, I've always known that I've talked a lot, but I'm realizing that it's a bit of a problem. Yeah. In 8th grade, me and my girlfriend, yeah, I know. Yeah, my girlfriend, who's about to get married. Congratulations, Alyssa, by the way. Love you so much. We were dating in 8th grade and we had the same classes, and we always, if there was ever a project or any type of group activity, it was us, right? So in 8th grade, in Miss Blackburn, I think that was her name. Yeah. We didn't really see eye to eye until after I was out of that bitch. But I talked too fucking much and she couldn't stand my fucking guts. But she would move me across the classroom and put me in a corner, and I would still either pass a note to somebody or find a way to communicate across the classroom one way or a fucking other. I was bound and determined. I got wrote up several times, and there was one time where I had to have a meeting with the assistant principal and the principal and my teacher and my mom, and they were like, why can't you stop talking? Like, why are you, like, I can literally put Camo in the corner and they still talk. And I'm like, dead ass, I go, I have a lot to say. I can't. She was always a sassy bitch. But then the other day I was having this epiphany that, wow, I talk too fucking much. I guess that's why I have a show. But I mentioned in weeks prior episodes that my great grandmother is very sick. Unfortunately, she did practically raise me half of my childhood. Any weekend, any summer vacation, any time off of school, any time that I could, I was in Clayton County at my nanny's house, and lots of beautiful, fond memories. Unfortunately, she is in hospice right now. Not to get all gloomy and change the tone, but it is a sad situation. But anyways, the talking part. Here I am just fucking rambling. I had this epiphany the night before I saw her last, and I'm like, fuck, bitch, you talk too much. Just shut the fuck up. Like, sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up. Like, just stop. And the next day I go and, I crawl in the bed with her, and, we're having this very cute, sentimental moment. And my aunt comes in. Between her and my aunt, they both tell me these stories again and 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 again of my childhood, the same stories, but I love hearing them and talking about them every time. However, they were telling me stories that I didn't really recall. And, bitch, I'm screaming. Apparently, when I was younger, we invited some cousins over, and my nanny had scuffed like a place in the linoleum with her chair, and I dead ass was running up and down the stairs looking all over the fucking house for a rug that we could put there. And I dead ass at like 5 years old was like, we have to put a rug here. I don't want them thinking we're poor. As if I was fucking paying the bills. Please. But then they also told me that I do slightly remember this, but I would always just do weird activities with my great grandparents because I was kind of sheltered. I didn't really have friends. My great grandparents were my friends, and I would just always do the weirdest activities. Like one time, I literally had them write wills, and I was like pointing out all the furniture in the house. I was like, "Yep, that's mine. That's mine." Please, so fucked up. But there was one time in particular, I had them, my great grandmother and my great grandfather, write notes to each other about, or make a list of things that they didn't like about the other. My nanny's list, long as fuck, several things. Pop's list, crickets. He knew better. He knew not to fucking put nothing on that list because he wouldn't hear the end of it. But I also wanted them to write to me what maybe they potentially didn't like about me. And anyways, I'm laid up in bed with my nanny the other day, and she's like, I really can't think what I would have said I didn't like about you. The only thing I could possibly think of is you just talk so damn much. And I thought that was so funny. And my aunt followed that up with fucking this one story that we had some other cousins come over, and I didn't see them too often. I would only see them at family reunions, but I do remember them coming over one time. Well, apparently after that one time, they never wanted to see me again because I talked too damn much. They flat out said, damn, Cam doesn't ever hush. They weren't amused. They weren't impressed. And they weren't live, laugh, loving me. So here I am 6 minutes in talking about how much I fucking talk. So yeah, it just goes to show I talk too fucking much. So that's cute. I'm currently looking at my ceiling, looking like it's gonna cave in. I'm very dramatic. It's not that bad, but my ceiling is leaking. I was taking a shower tonight, and I couldn't help but think, what if I start my shower upstairs and end my shower downstairs? Yeah, big ass puddle down here. I'm going to have to do something. Actually, the landlord is going to have to do something, biatch, because this is a nightmare on Elm Street. Please. What else? I've been thrifting quite a bit. I mentioned that last week. It's getting out of hand. I tried to stop thrifting for a while, but she's just right back in her thrift era again. I have two pieces that I'm going to show y'all, try to show y'all the best, to the best of my ability. But, pause. I got this one today. It's a jumpsuit. It's so fucking sexy, in my opinion. Um, it's a vintage jumpsuit. It it's so cute. It cinches the waist so beautifully. It's got all these pearls and rhinestones and beads on it, and they're all there. They're all sewn in very well. None of them are missing. It's just a gorgeous vintage jumpsuit with all these bedazzles on it. So fucking cute. I got it at this consignment shop. It was $55, which made me sick to my stomach buying something secondhand for that expensive, especially because it's just a fucking cotton jumpsuit. But it's so intricate, I couldn't pass it up. It is also too small. It doesn't fit. So there's that. But, you know, I am losing weight, so I'm manifesting that that's going to fit me around sometime in December. I also have this dress. This is Fashion Nova. I've never bought anything from Fashion Nova. This was thrifted, but I had no idea that Fashion Nova had quality like this. Oh, come on now. Okay, this dress has these side slits, whatever. So you'll be able to see like my torso. And then the bottom of the dress has these rhinestones all over it. These tassel rhinestones all the way down to the bottom of the dress. It's got an open slit. It's so sexy. It's so pussy when I put it on. It fit me, but it'll fit me better at New Year's. I think I'm going to wear this for New Year's. Bitch. I've been trying to kill this damn gnat. I have an orchid. I haven't bought an orchid in years, and now I remember why. The last time I had an orchid, there was fruit flies or gnats or whatever, some little bitch ass fucking flies that love the orchid. Is that a thing? Because every time I've ever had an orchid, I always get these little gnats. But anyways, back to the dress. I'm gonna wear this on New Year's. It fit me, but it'll fit me better around New Year's. Also, if I don't get kissed in that dress under some goddamn mistletoe on New Year's Eve, I promise I'm not bringing this motherfucker into 2023. If you're listening, Booski, take note. Any other updates? I did a photo shoot the other day. I'm very excited to get those photos back. I actually wore the same outfit that I wore to the Cigarettes After Sex concert. I feel like it didn't properly get its debut. I didn't take photos for Instagram. Also, I'm trying not to post any photos on Instagram that are not like photo shoot photos. Just really trying to work on my aesthetic and making Instagram a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous place for me. But I didn't take proper photos at the Cigarettes After Sex concert. So I did do a photo shoot with a friend the other day. It was a great experience. I took some photos of him as well, but I did wear different boots. I wore these Only Maker lace up boots. They lace up to about my kneecap, and I'm so fucking upset because the first time I wear them out, we come across like this abandoned building that's been half demolished, and I was like, wow, so on brand, abandoned building. Let's go inside. We go in, we start taking pics. I almost roll my ankle like 4 or 5 times. And I didn't notice during the shoot, but today I noticed that the leather down the entire side is ripped off. So I'm very upset about that. One and done. I hope them photos are worth it. Pride was this past weekend. It was. Well, of course the fan is backwards. There we go. Wow, that feels so fucking good. Yeah, I just love that sound. You know, when you hear, you know, there's a queer in town, a queer around. Yeah. Pride 2022, Atlanta Pride. This is the first Pride they've had in 2 years. I don't know about prides in other states or places, but This is the first Pride they've had since COVID, which I love Pride. I think every queer person should experience Pride at least once in their life. It's just a fun time full of love, acceptance, and liberation amongst all queer folks who attend. There's so many people from all types of different walks. There's allies, there's disabled queer people. You see so many characters, and I love it. I love it. I love how everyone comes out and does their thing. So many people come and make this into a whole event, go all the way out with their outfits, and I love it. I love it. I love it. But something about this year it was kind of dull in my opinion, and I heard that from several other people. Maybe partially had to do with the fact that the first day I went by myself. But I don't know. I thought maybe that they would go out a little harder because we missed 2 years, but it was pretty much the same thing. I mean, I don't know what I was really expecting. I'm going to go on a break really quick, but when I come back, I'm going to share some of my Pride experiences from this past weekend, and then I'm going to go over some old songs. You girls seemed to like that episode last week. I loved last week's episode, by the way. It was my favorite episode I've ever done. So I think I'm going to try to continue doing episodes like that. So yeah. After the break, Pride, and then music per. This week's episode is sponsored by Talkspace. I love Talkspace because online therapy has been so helpful and beneficial to me, my healing, and if it wasn't for online therapy, I wouldn't be in therapy because honestly, going to an office, paperwork, receptionist, all of that, it stresses me out. So now, thanks to Talkspace, I don't have to worry about any of that. Using Talkspace feels like having a mental health professional in your pocket. Talkspace offers both therapy and psychiatry. Being able to reach out to my provider anytime, anywhere really makes taking care of my mental health super easy. I'm more relaxed when I'm traveling, knowing that if I need to talk to somebody in the middle of my vacation, I will have a therapist on standby, okay? Working through things in therapy can be tough, but connecting with your Talkspace therapist isn't. I recommend Talkspace for therapy. You can sign up online and get a personalized match with the provider that's right for you, typically within 48 hours. You can text, video, or send voice messages to a licensed therapist. So it's incredibly convenient to have virtual sessions from the comfort of your home, on the go, wherever need be. As a listener of Unfazed and Unbothered, you'll get $100 off your first month with Talkspace. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com. Make sure to use code Unfazed to get $100 off your first month and to show your support to the show. That's Unfazed at Talkspace.com. This week's episode is sponsored by Chime. What is Chime? Chime is very cute and gorgeous, okay? It's a checking account with no monthly fees. Like a cool breeze, Chime is a refreshing way to handle your money. With no monthly fees, no maintenance fees, or minimum balance fees, it's how banking should be. When you need to access your money, you can do so fee-free at more than 60,000 in-network ATMs at many locations like Walgreens, 7-Eleven, CVS, yada, yada, yada. You can also send money to anyone even if they aren't on Chime. Fee-free for you and no cash out fees for them. So cute and gorgeous. Chime. No monthly fees, no vibe-killing fees. Sign up for a Chime checking account. Only takes about 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/unfazed. Again, that's chime.com/unfazed. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by and debit card issued by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees apply except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven location or at any airport or Visa Plus Alliance ATMs. Other fees such as third-party and cash deposit fees may apply. So, Pride 2022. I went alone on Saturday. I've never done that. I go shopping alone. I do a lot of things alone, but I've never been to a concert or the movies or Pride or some type of event alone. Never, ever. But most of my friends live in LA or have children, and my only other friend that I would have went with was not available to come. So I was like, bitch, I'm going by myself. I did meet one of my friends there the first day, but he was with like a gaggle of girls, like 7 other people that I wasn't really familiar with, and I am a little awkward in my opinion. I feel very socially awkward at times, which everybody who hangs out with me, when I mention that or I say something like that, they're like, you're the most chill person. What do you, not the most chill person, but you know, I seem chill, confident, chill, not chill. Like, you know, I'm kind of out there, so I'm not really that chill, but you know what I'm saying? They're like, you seem so confident and comfortable. And I'm like, bitch, I'm spiraling inside. Little do you know. So I did get in my head. I was trying to be cutesy pootsy, but then I'm like getting fidgety. And I'm like, these people are probably looking at me like, bitch, just calm the fuck down. Sit down. It's okay. So I walked around by myself. I had packed 3 cones. I was planning to get high as fuck. Blasted boots with some girls. I walk in the park, immediately light one of them bitches up. Then I get cotton mouth like a bitch. So I'm looking for water. While I'm looking for water, I hear a voice, drinks, we got drinks. So I'm like, period, I need a drink of water. Hey, mama, y'all got some water? Oh, no, baby, we don't have water. We got tequila. We got margaritas. This is Pride. We don't have water. I'm like, well, you know what? I haven't drank yet, so, go ahead and load me up one of those margaritas. Why don't you? Small or large? Large. Make it a large, bitch. Then she's like, do you want to add an extra shot? Homegirl in the back is like, I'm heavy-handed. I'm like, of course. Why the fuck not? This bitch put at least 3 extra shots. So the top of my margarita was like an inch thick of just straight up tequila. Immediately threw it back. It was awful. It was so fucking awful. So at this point, 15-20 minutes into me entering Piedmont Park, what the fuck is going on? All this goddamn frequencies and shit. Fucking bitch. 15 minutes into Pride for me, I'm cross-faded as fuck. Now, mind you, I do take my Adderall prescription. I did take it earlier that morning, but it is an extended release. Probably shouldn't have taken it that day. But she did. So between the Adderall, the very little, I don't think I had eaten anything except some popcorn before I got there and some seaweed. Between the low nutrition, all them shots, the margarita, the frozen ass margarita, sugary ass frozen margarita, and the fucking joint, I was on my ass. So I was like, you know what, girl, let's find a bench. So I went and found a bench away from civilization, and I sat there for probably 2 hours, just sitting on my phone, taking pictures, looking at the water, thinking about life. And then I went on a little walk. There was this green ass dookie water, y'all. I took a picture of it because I was just like, wow, this looks beautiful. But I know that's some dirty ass fucking dookie ass duck shit water. Let's see, where's a picture of that dirty ass water? This was the water I'm talking about, right? That is literally water. That is fucking water at Piedmont Park. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. But it looked gorgeous. It did. Why am I fucking walking by? I'm pretending to not film this man. I'm pretending to film the nature. But there's literally a man right there in that dirty ass duck poop water. And he was splashing on his face too. I'm like, bitch, ew. You're gonna get a fucking flesh-eating bacteria. Ew. Anyways, so I'm drunk as fuck. I see that and I'm like, ew, gross. I just keep on pushing it by myself. And then I go get, what did I eat first? What did I eat? I ate a quesadilla. I got a quesadilla. While I'm in line to get a quesadilla, some girlies come up to me and we're kikiing for a minute, and then I walk away. I met a lot of girls at Pride this year. Now, one benefit, if that's even what it would be, one perk of me going by myself is I was able to take a break from talking, and I was able to just exist and vibe. So I heard a lot of other people's conversations. I heard several couples fighting. Like I saw this fucking one couple next to a tree, this little short bottom was like crying to his top. None of these other bitches are real. They're all fake. I'm the realest. You don't need anybody else. And he's like, but I love you. I would never leave you. And I'm drunk and cross-faded as fuck, and I'm hearing all this. I also hear the most progressive argument behind me. This gaggle of girls. They're like, and it is okay for me to feel bad about my life and my circumstances. And the friend's like, you are absolutely valid. And I'm so sorry that I ever gave you trouble for beep bop boop. It is okay. I am just frustrated. You are allowed to be frustrated. That is okay. Feel those emotions. I'm like, damn. LOL. No cussing. I mean, they were, expressing their frustration, but it was very calm. It was calmer than I'm explaining it, but it was pretty calm and just, it was silly. Not silly, but funny to hear. Yeah. What else? Saw a lot of things. Oh, bitch. Oh. I'm losing my train of thought. So, I'm by myself at this point. Now my second meal, I'm eating this gyro, however you say that. And I'm like hiding in the bushes, not the bushes, but the trees. It's kind of dark at this point, and I went to where I thought no one could really see me. I'm taking my like last big ass bite, and mouth completely full, sauce all over my face, and all of a sudden I hear the fucking leaves. Somebody behind me running towards me, and I'm like, uh-oh, somebody is about to approach me. Camo? Hey. Got my mouth fucking full. I'm so embarrassed. Had like a little moment with some girlies. I was like, you want to smoke? Passed him my pen. We were smoking for a moment. It was cute. I hung out with a lot of you girls. I have never met so many of you in one sitting. So that was also a perk of me being by myself. I didn't feel pressure to like catch up to my friends. I could chill. Like I would have like these 10-minute hangouts with my girlies, and it was kind of cool. But I also realized that as much as I love meeting y'all and I love meeting people, I have got to stop giving so much of my time to people because I put myself in uncomfortable positions. Like I said earlier in the episode, this is no tea and no shade to my girlies, but I, as an individual, it's easy to get an idea of somebody online, but with what they post. But I am a very shy individual if I don't know you, if I'm not too familiar with you, and I do talk a lot, so I get anxious and I just start spitting my whole life out on you. But I was having all these moments, and I couldn't help but think to myself, how am I going to get out of these situations? Because I wanted to be available. I didn't want anyone to think that I was a bitch. And like, I genuinely do love meeting you girls, but I was spending like 15, 20 minutes with a lot of y'all, and like, I'm just running out of things to say. And then it just kind of gets a little awkward. So at one point, Flo Rida was performing, right? So random. I have never heard somebody say, I am a Flo Rida stan. I love Flo Rida. Did you hear Flo Rida's new album? Raise your hand if you are a Flo Rida stan. Crickets. I mean, and that is no shade. That's just a fact. Like, I've never heard somebody say, I am a Flo Rida fan. Anyway, so Flo Rida is playing, free concert. Sure, I'll go see it. This girl comes up to me. She's like, oh my God, Camo, I love you. Boop, 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 boop. Loved her. She was so cute. Her friend did not know me from Adam's House Cat, which is fine. They're like, you want to join us? Because I'm by myself. I'm literally taking selfies in this like lighting. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I have nothing else to do. So I go with them to watch Flo Rida. And it just wasn't really giving. So the girl who recognized me was like, do you want to go to the this other stage? Somebody I know is playing. It's more like EDM. I'm like, sure. But while we were at Flo Rida, I'm like being silly, getting down, doing my little silly dances, my little dancey doos. And I guess that the girl that didn't know me took me being silly as like I was living for that moment. And she was like, I love gangster rap. I love gangster rap. No, let's stay here. Like Camo loves it. Like let gangster rap. Do you like gangster rap, Camo? Like Waka Flocka? Poor girl. This is not any shade whatsoever because she was such a sweet and cute girl. But I've actually never heard somebody verbally say gangster rap in a non-ironic way. And it was said in the most non-ironic. I've not actually even heard anybody say it ironically outside of maybe a movie. But she was so dead ass. The Flow Rider was gangster rap. And Waka Flocka. I mean, Waka, I guess, but wow, my skin crawled every time she said it, and I tried not to respond because I was terribly uncomfortable, and she just kept saying it. So then we went to the other stage, and at that period, my ex was texting me. And so I was like in my head, and I was like, oh, it's time to go. I was ready to leave anyways. So I wasn't dancing at this stage. And so I guess she took that as I was upset because we were no longer listening to the gangster rap. So she's like, let's go back to the other stage. I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Please don't say gangster rap again. Anyways, I left those girls. Very sweet, very cute. And I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to go. I was having a pounding headache at this point. The alcohol had worn off. I wasn't really drunk anymore, maybe slightly tipsy. I'm walking back to my car, very bold. At this point, it's like 9, almost maybe even 10. I don't fucking remember the specifics. But I'm walking back to my car, and there's this house on the corner, and it is so beautifully decorated with Halloween decor. I'm talking these bitches spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. There's like skeletons the size of the house standing out there, and these don't look like cheap little inflatables. Like these like look like props that were like in fucking movies or at like fucking netherworld haunted houses. It was crazy. It was so well decorated. There was disco balls, there was lights, there was music, there was witches, there was pumpkins. There was so much spookiness. So I had no other choice but to stop and just bask in the beauty. And while I'm over there taking photos and videos of this stranger's house, which I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if you saw me. I was, just filling your house. These other girls were beside me and they followed suit. They're like, wow, they're just gooping and gagging with me. And I'm like, wow, with this in your front yard, who needs a fucking haunted house? This girl is, oh my God. No way. No way. Hey girl. At this point, I'm ready to go home. I'm so tired, but I didn't want to be a bitch. So I'm like, hey girls. So we're talking again. She was the only one of her friend group who knew who I was. So it was kind of cool, like talking to all three of them and like the ones that didn't know me, and then like watching. Anyways, it was an event. So they convinced me to go back to their house with them, something I've never done and I don't encourage anybody ever to do. They weren't bad people, so not trying to be shady, but just now that I'm fully sober and I'm thinking about it, like that could have ended very horribly. But then I got in there and the house was very beautifully decorated, but I don't know, there were some questions that were being asked and it was making me uncomfortable about some of my friends, and I'm like, this is weird. And some comments were made about her outfit that just made me very uncomfortable. And I was like, okay, girl, it's time for me to go. I gotta get out of here, baby. So that was that. That was my first day at Pride. Day 2, I went with my sister, Jasmine, and my I went with my biological sister Jasmine, and I went with my sister girl Jasmine too. So two Jasmines. We went, and it was very chill that day. We were playing Mysterious Mamas, a game I came up with, basically just the silent game. Because sometimes we say and do stupid stuff, and I didn't want to do that day. So I was like, let's play Mysterious Mamas, or we just be quiet. Yeah, speak when spoken to, and that's what we did that day. Um, yeah, cute and gorgeous. But there was a little moment, in the turkey leg line. Yeah, so I do not like a fucking bitch who cuts. I do not. And I am confrontational. Well, I won't say I'm confrontational. I am. If I see something is wrong going on, I will speak up and I will say something. I will, out of pure principle. So, there is this long ass line for the turkey legs. Always long ass line at the turkey legs. I waited almost 40 minutes to get my fucking turkey leg. And when I'm like, there's like 2 or 3 people in front of me, they run out. And so they're like, it's going to take like 10, 15 minutes. So I was in that line forever. Hella fucking people trying to squeeze in, trying to walk past and act like they don't see the line. So many people trying to just like squeeze in with somebody and be like, yo, I'll give you $5. No. So I noticed this fucking couple, and they're like 3 feet away from me, but they're like side by side with me. So they easily could have like pushed their way and like gotten in front of me. And so I start making it very fucking obvious. Now, at that point, or at this particular moment, it was both Jasmine's. My biological sister was on the end. My friend Jasmine was in the middle, and I was on this side, right? And then the 2 people trying to cut were on the side of my sister. My sister is a little shy, and she's not confrontational. So I'm like, oh, no. I need to switch sides with you, because if these bitches try to cut me after I've waited all this fucking time in line, bitch, we're going to square the fuck up. So I start making comments like, I know these bitches don't think they're going to cut me. Beep-a-bop-a-boop. This man behind me, he's on the same page with me. He was on the same fucking page. He was like, yep, what's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. I don't give a fuck. And then this other random person tried to like come up to the guy that was behind me and was like, yo, I know your man. Let me get in line. Let me be. He wasn't having it. Nope. Sorry. But these people were trying to cut. They were trying to cut. And long story short, they got uncomfortable with my comments and homeboy's comments, so they didn't cut us, which is great. You can cut the bitch behind us, but you ain't getting in front of me. Point blank. Period. So they didn't cut. Yeah, I did see another TikToker / YouTuber, I'm not gonna spill names, but they try to pull that shit too. And I'm like, damn, you entitled ass bitch. I don't care what I got going on. I don't care who the fuck I am. I'm still a normal, regular, schmegular girl. I'm gonna wait in the fucking line like the rest of the people. I'm not entitled. I'm not fucking above the law. I'm not above anybody. I'm not gonna fucking try to cut people. And this motherfucker was trying to cut too. And I'm like, damn, you really think that you're all that in a bag of fucking chips, bitch? Pissing me the fuck off. Can't fucking stand that shit. Ate my turkey leg, regretted it. It was so salty. It was so heavy. Then I ate a funnel cake. I ate so fucking much at Pride, y'all. I think Pride really just kicked my binge back in, because I've been binge eating quite a lot the past few days. So I gotta get a grip on that. Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking look like a goddamn puffer fish. Wow. I'm gonna go on another break, and when I come back, I'm gonna go over a song or two. And yeah. I am fucking blazed boots McGee. Thank you. Before I get into the music, I just want to talk about the haircut I got yesterday. I know it doesn't look like I got one. I couldn't have cut more than half a centimeter. I'm trying to grow these inches. I want long, luxurious, luscious locks to cover my chi-chis, my wugga juggas, if you will. I got a trim. a mild wig busting. This place, they usually do great work. I love all the haircuts I've gotten there, like the bangs, the layers. They eat every time. But sometimes they do some funky shit to my sideburns. Like one time they completely shaved them off. Didn't ask you to bald me, bitch, but period, pop off. I ended up actually liking it, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm just going to say that it was God's plan, and that this too was God's plan, because this time I asked for my sideburns to be cut at a point. This one is definitely pointy, but it was carved over my ear pretty sloppily. This one, now I did fail math 3 times. I couldn't tell you shit about geometry, but that is not at a point. That is not a triangular shape. These aren't even fucking stepsisters. So, it gets worse. Almost forgot. My sideburn on the left side now goes up to my forehead. So, tomorrow I'm going to go to a barbershop and I guess get an undercut moment. I'll get it shaved all the way around. Oof, girl, what's going on? Yeah. Perspectives, though. It was supposed to happen. Like I said, God's plan. I'm manifesting a new era of camo. So, stay tuned for next week's hair reveal, I guess. Anywho's it, what's it's? Music time. This first song I'm going to play y'all a clip of. It's called Pogo Stick. To paint you the scene, it was 2012. I was in my friend Brandon's garage. Hey, BB, long time no see. How you doing, King? Me and my bestie, Ariana, we were all rolling titties off Molly, I'm sure. I was rapping. They kept pointing things out for me to freestyle about, and there was a pogo stick, and lo and behold, pogo stick. So without further ado, here we go. Disclaimer, I don't know who this woman is.
It's all about publicity, where I'm at, who's fucking me. Bitches always wanna see the real me behind the scene, but I am still the same, smoking loud and half insane. As long as I count my money, bitch, I'm using my brain. Drop a couple hundred at American Apparel.
Rest in peace.
These bitches popping jokes, so I call them Will Ferrell's.
Bars.
Thought you were familiar with this faggot from the A, but I'm making so much money, I don't fuck with all these lames.
Bitch, you were broke as fuck. She was manifesting.
Bouncing on this dick, call that bitch pogo stick. Bouncing on this dick, call that bitch pogo stick.
I've been writing lyrics since the 4th grade.
T, she has. So that was Pogo Stick, 2012. Wow. Can't believe I'm sharing that with y'all. Moving on. Now, this next one I actually love. It's called Phony Bitches. It was 2016. I was in my physical prime. I was recording music every day. A little aggressive. I was listening to a lot of 21 Savage and Young Thug at this period in time. So that explains a lot. But I was also listening to Melanie Martinez and Halsey. Make it make sense. Anyways, phony bitches. There's a lot of phony bitches out there. So this one's for y'all.
You know, I tried to tell these bitches that I mean business. I guess they don't get it.
Y'all on that he said, that she said, fiending for some street cred, but fuck fuck you in your big head, cause your career has been dead. I'm sick and tired of these shots being fired by y'all love you has been, whose times have expired. Bitch, it's done, it's over. Enjoy that Range Rover. Get up off my dick. You just thirsty for exposure. You've been begging me to be the next addition to your label. If you really want my yes, just bring some bread to the table. Bitch, I've never been cocky till I started killing it like Rocky. But I ain't even started. Roger that one walkie-talkie. Damn, it feels incredible to prove you wrong. I've got my high school haters knowing my every song. All you bitches phony, you just talk a lot. But boasting about some bank accounts and what you got. If you really thought you were fucking hot, bitch, I'm here to tell you, no the fuck you are not. You bitches so confusing, tryna dam me up. Back the fuck up, man, where were you when I was losing? You can't hop in now that I'm cruising. I'm in a different lane while you snoozing. My pocket's thinking they using. It's me they pick when they choosing. It's me they pick when they choosing. Hi ho, off to the studio I go. Hi ho, I'm breaking records, you know. Hi ho, you ain't getting none of this dough. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
Period. Phony bitches. I think I'm gonna wrap up this week's episode here, because now it is 6:36. Are you kidding me? My angel number? Are you fucking kidding me? People think I'm crazy. I did not play in this. I promised the God. I promised the gods above. It's bedtime. I'm going to bed. Let me know if y'all want me to continue this music thing on the podcast, because I have a lot of music coming soon. But it'd be cute to, kind of shed some light on some tracks that maybe didn't get love in the past, or some that are just silly and a good laugh, if you will. So anyways, I love y'all. See you next week.